What's up with it, bro?
What's good, big bro? How you doing today, sir?
Good, man. Good, man. So today we're starting our new show called Leaving on the Court. I'm Jay Dons. This is my bro, Giannis. We're gonna be talking about the week in basketball. What we think of the trades, what we think of the free agency signings. This is our pilot episode. So let's get it started. I've been looking at these trades and re-signings, and I'm kind of dumbfounded. I looked at the Lakers first thing. Let's talk about this Lakers, right? The
Right.
Lakers signed your boy from the Heat,
Gabe Vincent.
Gabe Vincent. Yes, terrible. That was terrible. I do not like it. I don't like the signing. I feel like they should have pushed. I feel like they should have tried to get Bruce Brown instead of him. I feel like he would have been a more lethal player to have coming off the bench than Gabe. And I think everybody forgot what happened the last 2 or 3 games of the finals. This man disappeared. Like, did everybody forget that? It seemed
Well, I
like
will say he was coming off injury.
huh?
I will say he was coming off injury. Gabe Vincent.
But at the same time, it wasn't. I don't feel like it was an injury significant enough to keep him out the starting lineup. And you know the rule: if you're on the court, you play.
You're on the court, you play.
So I just don't understand the signing. I feel like I don't like the Lakers re-signings. Period. Just like I don't like D'Angelo coming back. I don't like Austin coming back. I don't like it. Like, I feel like a lot of people are paying people off for potential, not like the groundwork that they laid. He's only 1 year in. He had a good playoff. Now let's pay him a bunch of money. Like, I feel like it's a bunch of veterans who's been putting it down for a long time. And I'm not saying veterans like old dudes. I'm talking about dudes that's still young. Like I'm saying, a Bruce Brown type or whatever. I feel like they should have went for a different point guard. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the D'Angelo re-signing. I feel like they should have went for somebody more reliable. Like a lot of these people didn't show themselves in the playoffs, and I base a lot of the way you play in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when it counts. Everybody can have a good regular season, but when you get to the playoffs and you are terrible, or you have one good series or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That should mean something. You know what I mean? If you have one good series and then don't play good for the rest of the playoffs, that should mean something. If you play good all through the playoffs, that should mean something. But if you have I had a good series, 4 or 5 games, 5 games, and then the rest of the playoffs you 12 points, 13 points, then what? Now we want to get this dude 60, 70 million. So, what you think?
We talked about this a while back, and I was telling you that there's a lot of these guys get signed off of potential, but that's not the only way that you get big money. It's potential. It's like in Draymond's circumstance where you've proven yourself. You won rings, so it's almost like you owe me something. So there's potential. There's actually doing, and yeah, a person like LaMelo Ball just got 260, or Tyrese Halliburton got 260. They hadn't actually done anything, but you can see the potential there.
Yeah.
And you'd be a fool to let that go. It's kind of like I don't want to bring him up because I know you feel about him, but Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole.
You mean the guy that's in Washington right now? You mean that guy?
He had a decent time when Steph was out. He actually did his thing while with Steph was down in the playoffs. That's why Steph asked to come off the bench, let him do his thing, let him cook for the first 3-4 games because he was doing his thing.
Yeah.
So you get these guys up potential, and you be a fool to let them go until they show you otherwise. Like
Okay,
Jordan.
I hear what you're saying. But how many fools has it been that resign these dudes and the next year? Like, I mean, it's cool to pay people off potential, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. It's not too many people who's like It's probably less people that's been paid that didn't do good than it's being people that's been paid and did good. I don't think the history shows giving people who are just above average money hasn't been a great thing. Like, you know what I mean? We
Yeah.
can go back to the Dellavedovas, the what's his name? The what's his name? Tyler Johnson or something from Miami. They gave him like 80 million. He went to Phoenix, and you know what I'm saying? The same I feel the same thing with Poole. I'm like, personally, I don't like that he got I don't like what Dre did, but he needed to get the Sonic rings punched out his one time. Like, oh, you got paid? You think you already got paid? That boy Draymond punched the Sonic rings out. That boy, he punched all that change out his pocket. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? You like, there's certain things you can't do. You
Bunch
can't
of
pay
shots,
these dudes
then got
160 million
then got-
off a playoff.
and then got a 4-year extension off the money they're supposed to get Jordan Poole.
But
So he
see,
punched him down.
yeah,
Took-
the punch got him
got
paid.
Oh man, and then
That's what
got
I'm
paid.
saying. Only in America. Only in America you can punch somebody and get paid. Like what?
Uh,
Like for real.
they're going to
Nah,
celebrity
so
match when it's all over.
so what is there any trades or free agent signings that got your eyes open?
Well, before I get to that,
Uh
I'm telling you wrong on the Lakers.
you think
I
so?
I think they got the best free agency out of any team on the market with Cam Reddish and bringing back Austin Reeves and D'Angelo and Gabe Vincent. They really about to make a splash. I think they will at least replicate what they did um, this year, next year. I think they'll at least do that as long as, well, of course, given health, as long as LeBron is healthy during the playoffs. I think they'll at least make it back to the Western Conference. They that good. That
I think you're absolutely right. I think they will accomplish what they did last year.
okay. Well, let's see.
Getting swept.
That-
Getting swept. You're absolutely right. Yeah, they brought a team back that got swept. Did we forget that? Did we forget that? They got swept bad. They didn't get swept good. It wasn't like what you call it, like my boy Bruce Sarby said. Oh, it was a close sweep. No, they got their ass whooped. Excuse my French. No. You can't bring the same exact team back that got swept. Gabe Vincent isn't gonna help you. Cam, if they can get the Cam Reddish, well, they ain't even been a good version of Cam Reddish. So come on, bro. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they needed a splash this year. I feel like LeBron has got content at his age and just like, look, we just gonna work with what we got and try to go from there. I don't feel like he's pushing the line on the championship with this squad. I feel like at this point in his career, everything should be pushing the line. Everything should be, we going for a championship now. He's not a spring chicken anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with
every
that.
year counts. Everything counts. Every signing counts when you 40 and you're supposed to be at the top of the game. You get what I'm saying?
I
So
can
you
dig it.
can't. So I don't feel like it was a big enough splash. They didn't get nobody to protect Anthony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Didn't like that. You feel me? They should have. He's too injury prone and inconsistent to not have somebody. They brought back a dude that they didn't even play. Bamba. They didn't even play him, and they brought him back.
He was injured too, though.
Well, I'm just saying though. But when he come back, they try to get him, fit him back in the rotation. From what I hear, he can shoot. The little highlights that I seen to him in Orlando, the boy can shoot. You know what I'm saying? He has some awareness on defense, which is what everybody's lacking. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like nobody made any. They definitely didn't make any defensive moves, and I feel like that's where they were lacking at, by that they can't create enough points to be slacking off on D. Get what I'm saying? You have to create enough points to counteract what you're not doing on defense. They don't have no lights out shooter, period. And the one that they did have, what was the boy name, number 5? I know his name is now.
I don't even call him a shooter, though. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Beasley, Malik.
Beasley.
They traded for him because he 40-some%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the front, 40-some% from the 3-point line. He get there. That's what I'm saying. Like, these things can't be happening. Like, you feel me? And I feel like it was the Lakers' fault. I feel like when he got in and he shot a couple of bad shots, they sit him down. Like, you feel me? When everybody know when you're a shooter and you're coming off a bench, you need at least a minute, 2, 3 to get warm. Get that shot. Find that shot. You're going to miss a couple before you make them. You know what I'm saying? I never felt like he got to get into his rhythm, and he never got back to that point. You know what I'm saying? And when you play with LeBron and them, man, the height of the prestige and everything around you, I think it brings people down to earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get out there. I think it happened to Westbrook. Good as he is, he came out to LA, had all the lights on his butt. You know what I'm saying? Everybody scrutinizing every single move you make and stuff like that. I think he got too big for him. You know what I'm saying? And it like threw his game off. He used to playing in these small markets that don't get all this stuff. You can just play your games. You can have an 0-for-10 game, and it might be in the quarter column of the newspaper. You know what I'm saying? When you're in LA, you bold headlines. He went 0-for-10. Like, you know what I'm saying? That changes your psyche if you ain't a dog. You know what I mean? Like, some people take that and it motivates you. Oh, you think I ain't gonna go 0-for-10 for the rest of this week then? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some dudes, they get down in the dumps and, you know what I'm saying, start losing their shot and stuff like that. And you already know, like, 80% of basketball is your heart, your mental. Like, you know what I'm saying? With the idea that you come in with. You feel me? Wait a minute, we got somebody to say something. Hold on. Believe in the depth will be better than it was last year for them. We definitely helped them have a more consistent roster throughout the entire season. Also, chemistry and later rounds matter.
Right. So I think he's pointing out that roster that they had at the end of the season wasn't the roster they had at the beginning of the season. All the trades they made was late in the season after the trade deadline, and then once those trades was made, LeBron did break his foot.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have surgery.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did get swept in the Western Conference Finals. But imagine if they had that chemistry going into the Western Conference Finals, and then you bring some more firepower like a Gabe.
What firepower are we talking about, bro?
Gabe Vincent can score, dude. Gabe Vincent can score. And
okay, let's revert back to what we just said about Westbrook. He's about to be in LA now. He's about to be in LA now with the men. He died out in the playoffs. I know he got hurt, but the games before that, he was just mediocre too. Okay.
Oh, he was. He was doing his thing until he got hurt.
Well, he had 21, and then he did another 20-point game before that, and then he got hurt, right? Right. And what did he do prior to that?
He was balling. He was balling all throughout. He made his name last year.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Like you said, the LA, that limelight is different when you're on LeBron James' team. So that's, you have to be proven. So it's like Cam Reddish. So we'll see. But they deep.
Yeah, they are deep. I don't know. I don't feel like the weapons that they don't have no shooters, bro. They just don't have no shooters. I don't think Gabe is a consistent enough shooter. Okay, I'll give you that. What you said. I'll give you what you said with the listen.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
There we go.
Read what is that your boy T Streets?
Let me see. They also got split by 24 points in the entire series. They literally could have won every game. Just didn't have the consistent closing lineup. Rui came on late. Yeah, Rui did come on late. That Rui Austin Reeves, like bringing them back and getting them for what a lot of people consider like a bargain deal.
Okay.
Now
let me prepare you. Let me prepare to break Laker Nation's heart, man.
Uh-oh.
Scouting reports. Scouting reports.
Break it down.
We got papers on you now, boy. We got papers on you, Rui. We got papers on you, Reeves. We got papers on you, Gabe. You're not scared. You're not shocking nobody. You're not surprising nobody anymore.
Yeah.
How many people have failed to that? How many people? I know your move. I know you need to go left, so I'm gonna make you go right. I know you like to take a jump shot off the second dribble, so I'm gonna make you take it off the third. Get what I'm saying?
Get what you
It's
said?
not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same, man. It's not gonna be the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Austin, you already know it's gonna be people on his line. He got this little Jeremy Lin sanity thing going on with him. I am him. You know, it's going the best. He's gonna get the best defender just to prove everybody wrong. So he's gonna have to. It's gonna like you got to put his money, the money where his mouth is, like for real. That I am him statement. He's gonna have to. 18 and 15 ain't gonna be enough.
So let's do this. What's your way too early prediction on where the Lakers finish?
I think they finish in the top 5, but
top 5 going into the.
Yeah, but okay. I think they run into somebody heavy second round and get beat.
Second round. Okay.
Because I think they go, because if they don't go above 5 or 4, they're gonna run into a good team. I am gonna stand on that too. Holler at me later in the season. You know what I'm saying? T Street. Well, what was I saying? I lost my thoughts there.
You were saying they was gonna finish second round. They're gonna run into somebody heavy.
If they don't win above 6th or 5th place, if they drop anywhere below 6, 7, or 8, it's a wrap. They can't get 53 wins. T Street. Have you seen the West Side? Have you seen all these signings? Have you seen? No, it's going to be hard for anybody in the West to get 53 wins this year, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So I see that if they get 5th, 4th, second round, if they get the first round, they face Denver, they face Phoenix, something like Warriors in the first, second round. It's a wrap. It's over. AD is too inconsistent, man. His nickname is Street Clothes. It ain't Street Clothes for a reason, for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'd be lucky if he's even playing in the playoffs this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a buck. I love the Lakers. They're one of my teams that I want to go. But I'm a realistic person. Like, at LeBron's age, at AD's inconsistency, you finna put this whole team on Rui, Reeves. That's who y'all finna leave it on? Like, for real? This is who y'all finna base 53 wins around? We saw what happened to D'Angelo. D'Angelo last year in the playoffs. What'd he do?
So I'll say this, that chemistry will be different. And with this new era NBA and this load management stuff, as long as they can get AD and LeBron to the playoffs semi-healthy, I'll go Western Conference Finals. I'll go Western Conference Finals again.
That's a big what if.
It is a big what if, because
talking about a 40-year-old man that played more than half the season, and we talking about this dude that can't
Mr.
play half a
Bryce.
season. Like,
Go ahead.
that's
Go
a
ahead.
big what if. That's a big what if. Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Suns. Okay, let me tell you what you think it is. Tell me what you think it is.
Run it.
I think they are the new age Heat. Let me elaborate. If you look at the positions of the players and who they play, it's like the Heat, except everybody can shoot. You put Durant and LeBron's spot. You got Booker at D Wade, and then you got Bill as Ray Allen.
Bill is Ray
You
Allen.
know what I'm saying? Then you got if they keep the center, that's Chris Bosh.
Oh,
Now,
God.
wait, time out before you dive in there now. Because I say Chris Bosh because if you look at Chris Bosh run with Miami, he wasn't Chris Bosh in Toronto. He's doing about what this dude is doing in Phoenix right now. About 18 and 10, 15 and 10, about the same. You know what I'm saying? Now he's not a shooter like Chris is, but he's a better rebounder than Chris is. You know what I'm saying?
The lie,
So,
sir.
so I think this is a better shooting version of Miami.
Oh, oh my God.
I think so.
Better shooting version.
They have to
Yes.
fill out the roster though.
The only thing I agree with is that they shoot better. Phoenix got a lot of building to do.
Yeah, I know that.
They got a lot of building to do. The redundancy in Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, to me, they're identical. They're the same player. I don't understand why Beal asked to even go there.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Bill is prepared to go sit in the corner now. He's not. I feel like the player he's been in Washington isn't the player that he should have been. I feel like Bill is more of a Rip Hamilton, Reggie Miller type player. I feel like giving him the ball isn't where he's good at. He even said it in an interview. Now I have to learn how to, get in the corner and shoot. And he didn't have no problems with that. I'd rather have him over there sitting in the corner and not having to take 4 dribbles and stuff and catching and shooting than I want him doing what he's been doing in Washington. First of all, I feel like that some people are better at just being role players. Some people, even though they get paid superstar money, that's not their status. You know what I mean? I think that this would be a perfect time and place for him because now you just setting him up. You know what I'm saying? Jumping in the air, 2 people help, boom, throw it out to the right. You got a good shooter. You jump in the air, 2 people help, boom, throw it out to the left. You got a good shooter. And then Devin Booker can create his own shot. You know what I'm saying? Man, the point guard era is dead. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as the John Stocktons and you know what I'm saying? Those point guards is over. Now the new point guard is averaging 6, 7 assists, but he's scoring 20, 30 points. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Devin Booker fits right into that mode. Right into the mode of the new NBA. You know what I'm saying? If your point guard isn't a point guard on these new teams, the point guard is somebody sitting in the corner now. You feel me? So now you put the way they run offenses, all your offenses seem to run through your small forward shooting guard and your point guard that's a shooter. You know what I'm saying? But it's not starting at the top with the point guard and stuff like that. Like case in point, Warriors point guard is Draymond. For the most part, Curry might bring it down, but as soon as they pass half court, he give it to Draymond, and then they run the play. You get what I mean? I feel like if they get some good 3-and-D players, like people who's committed to playing defense, not dudes who's just like, yeah, I play defense, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about somebody who like players like the Battiers and stuff like that, Chalmers and them type of players that the Heat had. Because all them dudes wasn't playing defense. Ray definitely wasn't playing defense. D Wade at that point in his career wasn't playing defense in the sense of straight up man to man. He was more of a help defender and a help shot blocker. You know what I'm saying? Only one I was pretty much sitting down in this chair that was the star was kind of like LeBron. You get what I'm saying? So it's the same team. It's a different age, but that's what changed. Yes, they do need to make a run at Vanderbilt. Yes, you're right. I feel like that's somebody that will fit perfectly to the scheme. He's that right in between size, that 6'9", 6'10" size, or whatever, where he can still cause some havoc on defense and grab a rebound, but still you can throw him. He's light enough on the offense on the fast break. He can run past the dude. Get what I'm saying? So, what you think of that?
You made a pretty good point when you're talking about this NBA doesn't require like the same point guards of old, the John Stockton, Mark Jacksons of the world. What I don't see with them, he also made a good point about Bradley Beal, about his time passing, about him just wanting to sit in the corner now and knock down a shot.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like we're going to be taking away from Devin Booker's game if you got to bring the ball up the court, however, and run the offense because minimum, at least the point guard at least run the offense. The coach don't do it in the NBA like they do it in college. Like they would need somebody to run their offense to at least get the play and hold people accountable. And just Devin Booker doesn't come off as that kind of guy for me. And we know that's not Kevin Durant. So we got to see. It's just there's more to be told for this Phoenix Suns team. I think they missed the opportunity of getting like Patrick Beverly, maybe. Just somebody bring the ball up the floor, play some defense, and hold people accountable.
He's too much of a distraction. He's
a distraction. He is.
He's too much of a distraction. They need like a defensive player. Hold up, timeout. Hold on. Did you see what Jared Vanderbilt just did? Not Vanderbilt. Your boy from Toronto. The point guard.
Fred VanVleet?
Yeah, VanVleet. Oh, my God.
Signed with Houston? How you signed with Houston? And how Houston got Dillon Brooks, too? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, and the funny thing is, VanVleet is now making more money than Kyrie Irving.
You like that? You like the Houston thing?
No, I think that's a disaster. I think Dillon Brooks kind of makes them formidable because there's going to be somebody that's going to be playing defense, but he's not an adult. Like
I'm talking about VanVleet at this point in his career. See, you know what I don't like? I think people be getting that I got a ring, so now it's time to get paid syndrome. You get what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I feel like players give up on themselves. Because to me, okay, if I'm an NBA player, I'm playing for championships. I want to get paid, of course, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I'm here to win championships. I don't like the fact that you like dudes like I just want to take the best deal and go here to play just so I can get paid. He could have got paid a decent contract and went to a good team. That's like,
so look.
I look. Forget Austin, forget D'Angelo, forget oh boy. I'm signing that dude.
Yeah, I think now Lakers did miss an opportunity at both Damian Lillard and Fred VanVleet.
They tripping.
Because, yeah, they are tripping as far as that.
Because all the money combined that they just played, all these people they just signed, they could have signed one of them.
They could have signed one of them.
And that's the kind of splash the Lakers need to make if they're really pushing the line for a championship. First of all, like Denver got the game sold up. But I think losing Bruce Brown was a big loss. Because 19 points off the bench, that's a big deal.
That wasn't his average, though.
I know, but I'm saying when it counted, he still was the highest scoring bench player throughout all the playoffs. Like, you feel me? Once again, to revert back to what I said earlier, that's when it counts, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he should have left. I think, you know what I'm saying? Why would you go get paid for the $40 million in Indiana when you can possibly be on a team that might be running the table for the next 2 years? And I'm sure Denver could have gave him some maybe $5 or $10 million less or whatever. But you still, if you play how you've been playing, you get rings and you still might have a big payday in a year or two.
Brooks and Green is going to clash. They certainly are. Okay, so we talked about this a couple months back too.
Yeah.
These
He said, hold on, read that right there by T Streets. That's real.
But being in the Suns' position, trying to fill out a roster and get depth. Denver won this year with depth. The last 4 champs been that way. Facts.
But I feel you on that team. But we see teams like Miami, Boston, other big 3 teams do it before. There's ways that you can fill out a roster and still win a championship. It's the type of player. It's the type of players you sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you got teams like this, you have to sign people with in a mind already that they're committed to being in the role. You know what I'm saying? I'm committed to being a 3-and-D guy. I'm committed to just being the defensive guy. I'm committed to just being in the corner and shooting this 3. When you have teams that have this type of thing and you signing nothing but vet minimums, all these vet minimum signings have to be and believe in their roles. And you can go back to the Bulls with that. You know what I'm saying? With those Bulls teams, all them players are on mostly, you know what I'm saying, on low minor league contracts. And they all just believe, look, we got Mike. All I got to do is just play my role, and I'm going to win. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people don't play like that. Everybody's about money. Like, it's about money. I want to get paid now, blah, blah, blah. I understand protecting yourself and your future with the injuries and everything like that. You want to make sure that you're good. But at the same time, you have to be able to know that you're here to win. You know what I mean? And your legacy goes off that. What did you do? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'd rather have 10 rings and made a little bit under half the money I would have made than have no rings and be a rich dude.
Well, check this out. We talked about this, like I said, some months ago, and I was telling you about like Wiseman and Poole and Kuminga and Moody and them sacrificing to stay on the Warriors so that, you know, they can win because it was about winning. But you made a point saying, like, after you get your ring, is it really about winning? Like, if I'm Bruce Brown and Denver offering me $15 million, but the Patriots offering me $45 million, I already got a ring. Let me go get $45 million and set my family up for generations to come. So, yeah, after a while, that business aspect kicked in. You know, I won already. Now, let me get paid.
Yeah.
As opposed to somebody like a Russell Westbrook, he made it to the championship, but he ain't win. He's gotten paid all this money already. He just wants to win now. Mm-hmm. So let me take this pay cut, stay in LA. Hopefully we bring back Paul George and Kawhi Leonard and build around that. I think that was his best option as far as trying to win.
Well, I think his ass backwards. you need to win while you got the skills, playboy. Don't wait until you shooting 25%, 30% from the 3. You're talking about I'm finna go join LeBron. I'm finna go join Steph and try to get me some. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? If you win when you're early in your ages too, you get paid for that too. Like, if you win rings at 25, 26, 27, guess what your contract is looking like at 30, 31, 32? You feel me? So why not kick ass right now while you're in your prime, take the pay cut now, build you up some rings, guarantee your Hall of Fame status, guarantee your shoe deal, all that stuff. And then when you get older, you know what I'm saying, you can start making money. Oh, I'm 28, 29. Now I got 4 rings. Nobody can tell you nothing. Like, I want 260 million. You see my track record, player? I bring wins. So you got to pay me like that. But yeah, after 4 rings, I'm relaxing. Shit. Me, after 6, the goal is to catch Mike. Then relax. You feel me? These dudes are tripping. You like, I play for the love of the game. I don't play because I'm trying to get paid. We've been playing for years for free because every morning we wanted to go hoop. You get what I'm saying? People get lost in the sauce. They show up to the game because they want to get paid. I'm trying to whoop you, dog. That's why I play. To show you ain't worth being on the same court with me. That's why I play. And the best way to prove that is to count them off. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, it's only a handful who can do that. Kobe's, LeBron's, the Jordans, Bill Russells.
Steph.
You know what I'm saying? Steph. Like, you feel me? Smell that. You feel me? All that money stuff, man. It's so much money going on. You can make money off the court, on the court, everything. Man, it's shoe deals that's the biggest NBA contracts. You worried about money?
Yes.
Like,
yes. If I'm
And then if you're smart with your money, money really shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, if
You know what I'm saying? If you smart with your money, your first $200 million contract will set you for the rest of your life if you're smart.
if I'm Bruce Brown, yeah, I'm taking that. I don't know what Denver offered him, but it wasn't $45 million.
I understand what you're saying. I mean, well, in his case, if you're a journeyman, and this is your first big payday, I'm talking about the stars. I'm not talking about.
That's
I'm
different.
talking about these stars. I'm talking about these Westbrooks, and you want to wait till you're 35 to start chasing rings. Like, you can help something. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I don't want to play with LeBron because he's going to be this. Man, if you don't get them rings, shut up. Like, for real, man. And you see D-Wade? What D-Wade do? Hey, bro, come to Miami?
Come to Miami?
I don't care. It can be your team. I just need them things. You feel me? Like, sometimes you got to swallow your pride, bro.
So, how you feel about James Harden then?
Stupid. He's an idiot. You already know how I feel about his man. Like, after I saw him run, take a slow to go get the ball, and the dude picked up the ball, took it, I was done with dude.
And then you turn around and blame the rest of them.
Because
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, though. You know how many millions of people that would love to be you right now, bro? And you really on the court giving it up like that? No, they just re-signed Tristan and the other guy back to the Lakers.
To be honest, found the Suns on signing Tristan Thompson for the minimum. He showed us also invest that us alone will serve them good, get them about 3 or 4 more crucial possessions a game.
I was just looking it up. They just re-signed him.
Tristan
The Lakers.
Thompson?
Yeah, they just brought him and the other dude back, the other center.
Hey, look, I'm not a DeAndre Ayton fan. I would have preferred the Tristan Thompson in Phoenix.
Well, wait. Okay. Back to the other subject. Warriors. They're signing. The trade. CP3. Had this talk. Let's have it again.
Okay.
I love the trade. The trade. When we had this conversation before, you said you didn't like the trade. Explain.
Right. So I was up in the air about it. I had actually made a post on Facebook that I didn't see how it made sense because the goal was to get bigger and more athletic in the season, and then they go and do this. I feel like they wasted draft capital or trade capital in trading pool and then bringing back a contract that was almost similar to Poole.
Mm-hmm.
After seeing that 30 million is not guaranteed for Chris Paul, that only 15 million is,
Uh-huh.
and seeing and thinking about how much time he's actually going to play, and knowing good and goddamn well he's not about to get that 30 million, it's starting to make sense because maybe now we can turn Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody into the players they want to be when they got a point guard that's going to pass them the ball. It also gives us a second dimension as far as our playing style. We don't have to run motion all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We can go ahead and go to a pick and roll. If the game slowed down, we know how to slow down with a veteran point guard. And what you pointed out in CP3 was being able to hold on to a damn possession. Like, we're not worried about Jordan Poole turning over the goddamn ball so much. Now we got somebody who.
Well, that was the point I was trying to make about the trade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though they didn't get no big man, they don't play big man basketball. You know what I'm saying? My only concern with the trade was the defensive side. You know what I'm saying? Because Looney, because you didn't lose nothing with defense with losing Poole. You know what I'm saying? Draft capital doesn't really matter for the next 2 years unless it's to trade for people. You know what I'm saying? Because at least for the next 2 years, Curry and Clay gonna be around. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that man said he covers up for Steve Kerr's shortcomings as a coach.
Boom. See, that's because now you have a coach always on the court. You got Dre on the court and you got CP on the court. I will be mad if CP wants to be a starter. Bro, please, CP, if you see this, please just stay on the bench. Be the sixth man in the year. Do not ask to be a starter, bro. Please save your body, dog. Save your body for the playoffs, bro. We need you for the playoffs. Please do not start, bro.
Another point I want to make is kind of remind me of the Jared Jack era, where we had Jared Jack and then we had Steph and Clay on the wing. That lineup, what they call the lineup of death, that's going to be cold with Chris Paul, because it also kind of remind me of Andre Iguodala.
You know what it reminds me of? The We Believe team. That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Believe team?
Yeah, if you look at the way they were built, this team is built down there the same way. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bunch of fast and medium high dudes that just causing havoc all over the court. Just constant motion. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing is they had a lot. I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know defensively what their stats was. I'm gonna look that up. But I think they offense overpowered people so much that their defense was like a byproduct of their offense. It wasn't the opposite way around. Like, their defense was the catalyst. You know what I'm saying? They had good one-on-one defenders though. You know what I mean? They had people that can guard people. You know what I'm saying? But like, this team has to play team defense. Another thing with Chris Paul, he can keep everybody in position when the second unit comes in for that. You know what I mean? Because he's real big on that, making sure everybody's in their spots and everything like that. I think overall it's a good trade. I think they messed up by not getting Brook. I think if they would have signed Brook with Lopez, we talking about a championship.
Yeah. So are we finished though? Like, is this it? That's my concern right now.
I think they got one more in them. I think
we got Drake. We're talking about championship as far as the roster. Is that it?
Like, so far as signing, yeah. Well, they only have too many options because all the good players. They lost Steven Genso to the Knicks. It's not really like nobody out there. I still think they should be trying to make that Buddy Hield trade and Miles Turner trade. I think they should be trying to figure out a way to make that happen. I think the Lakers should have figured out a way to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that should have been something I think the Suns need to try to figure out a way to make that happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They clearly want to get rid of him, Indiana. And those three teams could use that defensive presence and another shooter. And I think the Warriors are kind of got their hands tied.
What we got? Only flaw is size. They need Clay to play big again.
Yes.
I'm not sure if anybody can take it. They probably should have looked into Dylan Brooks into coming off the bench, play bully, small ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that would have been another Sonic losing his
Draymond is Sonic.
two. So we probably would get jumped by Chris Paul.
Marcus Smart wants too much money, T. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody that could have they would have had to give up too much for him. And they ain't got nobody else to give up.
Oh no, I was really big on them going after Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby from Toronto. I thought that would have made us championship contender. And I was kind of hoping that they was going to go after Kevin Love and get Kevin Love to the Bay. Him to come off the bench. I thought that would have added another dimension off the bench, like a stretch forward.
Liability, man. He's a liability on defense, bro.
Yeah,
he's
true.
Too much of a lie. That's why Miami couldn't play. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wondering, like, why they ain't playing him? And then when you look at when he was in the game and on their defensive shortcomings when he was in the game, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think that this is the most wide open the NBA has been. I think they're putting a lot on Denver to win it all. And I think they're basing it on the fact that they have a complete team and the chemistry and everything. But I think it's wide open. I think people need to be scared of Dallas. You know what I mean? I think what happened at the end of the year wasn't
indicative of who they are.
I feel like that just like the Suns, they just came together at the last part of the year. Luka and Kyrie are very dominant presence on the court. You know what I mean? That's something you really have to have plays and strategy for. That's not something you can just go here, roll the ball out, and then let them do. This is the NBA. This is not blacktop. Everybody losing. You playing on the blacktop, that team is whooping a lot of butt. You feel me?
Yeah.
NBA, you got to have plays. You got to have strategy, because especially on defense, they have to have plays for defense. You know what I'm saying? They can't be a team that can just be like I say, just put them out there because of the type of team that they have. Because they have no defense, period. You know what I'm saying? So they have to be their coach had to put them in the right position for that team to be good. I think, go ahead.
I was saying, you're going to start hearing me ask this question. Is not how far you think they'll go, but what's their ceiling? So what's the Warriors' ceiling to you?
Warriors anytime you have Dre, Clay, and Steph, you have a chance at a ring.
Okay. What's
every
ceiling?
The ceiling is a championship always for them, but only for the next year or two.
Dallas?
Oh, Dallas is ceiling?
Yeah, Dallas.
Dallas, early exit, first, second round exit every year until they sign. They need a third dude that's committed to playing defense and offense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they are missing something. That's what I mean. They missing that dude that's he don't need the ball to create offense. You know, a loony. A loony in Dallas. Oh, Lord Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who just want to go get the ball, who just want to rebound and kick it out, blah, blah, blah. That's crazy. You feel me? But
you think for finals is they ceiling, T? That's what you got for Golden State? Okay.
Conference finals?
Hell no.
Who you think they're going to Man, if Clay play like 36 points in the quarter, Clay, for the season or during the playoffs, it's over for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't. Their ceiling is a ring.
Yeah,
Like that's their ceiling.
always. Whenever you got them threes, it's rigged. Always.
So
But like I said, the window, like dude was saying on the broadcast I was watching on ESPN, their window is going like this though. Like,
it
you know
is.
what I'm
It is.
saying? Like, you
Yeah.
feel me? But it's only one team I see that can beat the Warriors, and it's Denver.
Even though we
Unless Phoenix like get it together. They're the most scary team if they can get it together. If they sign all the right pieces, like let's say they get a point guard and actually play point guard, then what?
but I don't know if that's out there. Hi. Have you been keeping up with what's going on with Damian Lillard?
Yes.
Oakland's on.
Yes.
So he said that his preference was Miami, but Portland is welcoming all possibilities because he doesn't have like a no trade clause or anything like that. So Philly done reached out. Um, Detroit done reached out. I think in the next 2 or 3 years, Detroit gonna be scary.
Yes,
But
they do need
multiple.
a versatile big T Street. Go ahead, though.
I just think that where do you think Dame's going to end up at, and where do you
Miami.
think they end up at?
Miami.
Miami. That's where you want him to, or that's where you think he's going to end up at?
Pat Riley's kiss the ring.
Kiss the ring.
You feel me? That man is a mob boss.
I want to
That
see.
he even put feelers out there for dude. People should be scared.
I want to see him in Philly.
What?
Miami's.
Oh.
I want to see him in Philly. I want to see him playing with Embiid and Tobias Harris.
Man, Embiid is, man.
And
Another one, man. He ain't got that dog, bro. He ain't got that dog, bro. Embiid ain't got that dog, man. He ain't got it.
It's hard for me to say. I think James Harden rubbed off on him in a negative light in the last season, even though he won the MVP. I think in the playoffs he folded just like James Harden folded in the playoffs. But prior to that, dude was, even
hold on. T Streets agree with me. He think he's gonna be in Miami, but
3-team, they were doing well. Nice haul. Yeah, I think ultimately he's going to find some way to end up in Miami because it is going to have to be a 3-team trade because they said Miami wasn't willing to give a Caleb Martin to do a straight up deal. So they're trying to involve a 3-team trade to see what else Portland can get.
Miami, like I say, anytime Pat Riley's involved in anything, you should be scared.
I think
I don't think I can count on too many hands where he hasn't got what he wanted.
True. Okay, so Dame go to Miami. What's their ceiling?
The East is a cakewalk. What? Do I have to finish that sentence? Like, for real? These dudes made it. They made it to the finals with nobody. You put 34 points on that squad? What?
Whatchamacallit, I don't know, with Milwaukee getting healthy, with Celtics getting Porzingis.
The Bulls, Porzingis is the, what is he, Russ, whatever his nationality is, he's that version of street clothes.
Check this out. He said, watch for the Bulls. I ain't watching for shit unless they make a trade for James Harden.
Unless Lonzo Ball comes.
He already ruled out for the entire season.
Oh, well, they're done.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I ain't watching out for shit unless they go get James Harden. And James Harden with Levine and DeRozan.
Like we just said, though, East is a cakewalk. You never know what you're going to get out the East. Giannis gets hurt, everybody's safe. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. You know what
Everybody
I'm
say,
saying? If
yeah.
if Miami get Lillard, everybody's dead. It's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? The East is too, like, it's not enough dogs in the East, man. They got teams, but Giannis is the only, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Jimmy at times can be, but Jimmy runs out of gas. Jimmy
Picks it.
runs out of gas.
Jimmy does run out of gas. Bam Adebayo runs out of gas. They're great
You know what I'm
defensively.
saying? Yeah.
Spo's a hell of a coach. I just think, yeah, they missing somebody like a Dame.
Yeah.
The only thing that scares me about, because Damian Lillard, my favorite player of all time. Just I'm putting that out there.
Appreciate it, T.
What makes me afraid of him going to Miami is Jimmy and Bam running out of gas when he needs them, and because he's had that in Portland with CJ McCollum and Yusuf Nurkic. I want him with somebody like an Embiid, where Dame can rub off an Embiid.
Yes.
It's hard because
Well, I mean, because even when what's his name was there in his grill, he still couldn't find the mojo. The power forward that was next to him. God, I know all these dudes' names. They
who you
can't come
talking
to my
about?
head right now.
What team? Who?
For this team, the dude that was in his grill yelling at him.
You talking about PJ?
Tucker. PJ Tucker. Like, he like that. He like a Chris Paul type. Some people just ain't got it, bro. Some people, the moment be too big for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people are content with being regular. He was so worried about that MVP. Like, bro, why? You know you have a championship team right now, and that's what you worried about?
I'll down the hill. I think James Harden rubbed off on Embiid in the worst way. I think he made it about winning MVP and nothing else. And once playoffs started, they had a good game here and there. And Embiid was hurt too, but all that crying shit, all that looking for foul shit, that's where I think James Harden rubbed off on Embiid in the worst way. You get somebody like Dame on the team where there's no excuses, where I just want results, man.
Yeah. I mean, and being in the East, okay, now I'm going to just say this. Everybody keep talking about all these teams in the East. Y'all need to be worried about them Knicks, man. That's what people need to worry about. That's what people need to be worried about. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. That dude Bronson he's a winner, bro. Bronson got that dog. The stuff that I've been talking about. All they need is one more dude like that. I think now you want to talk about injuries? I don't think if Randall get hurt, Miami beat them. I don't think
Julius Randle. Don't get me started on old lefty can only go.
Get started.
Julius Randle makes me so angry because this is one of Kobe's disciples. Like he talking about he listened to Kobe talk shit and Kobe this and Kobe that and Kobe told me to practice this and all that jazz. You got exposed 3 years ago that you can't go right. And 3 years ago, you still can't go right? When you talk about this shit all the time, bro. Especially when you the man on the team. Like, it'd be different if you was just a role player. Okay, but you the man on the team both ways?
I know you've heard, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's broke.
Still averaging 20.
It's broke. It's broke, bro. It's broke. It's broke.
The man is averaging 25 or more a game.
It's broke, bro. Like 25 or more a game is okay in the regular season, but we talking about winning.
160 for 17. Stop.
And Julius Randle got paid too, but
25-10 is worth getting paid for.
When we talk about high IQ players, this
Okay, we ain't gonna talk. I believe it. You're right.
all right, all right.
What?
Super broken, exactly.
Wait a minute, hold on.
At what
The
point?
reason why I said that is
Okay.
they came out of nowhere last year, right? Which further proves the East is a cakewalk. So when you got teams like that, you got to be scared of those type of teams. Who else is gonna beat them?
Philly, Milwaukee, and it's about to be Miami again because they about to get down.
Okay, not everybody got to be healthy.
And Cleveland just got better. Don't sleep on that Max Strus
Okay,
trade.
I will give you that. What did you say, man? If I could jump through this phone, man, that's another Gabe Vincent thing, man. Look. Oh, so what was wrong with Max Strus then?
25 on 27 shots. What you say?
What was wrong with him?
Who?
Max Strus in the end of the finals, the last couple games of the finals. Where he go? That boy was locked in the closet somewhere like R. Kelly. What are you talking about?
I'll say this. There's the people who when that limelight come on who's afraid to take the shot, and there's the people that got that dog in them that's gonna take the shot, but they miss.
Bro, he missed a wide open shot that could have won the game. He had missed a couple of wide open shots that could have brought the game close in other games. Bro, I don't want nobody like that on my team. I don't want nobody that ain't afraid to take the shot, but afraid to take the shot. Because it's a such thing as taking the shot and not having no confidence in it.
I believe in second chances. Kobe, for instance, now that's a rare specimen right there. But you remember when the game was on the line, airball. But he came back. I think Max Strus. But see, that's different. Max Strus is not the main guy, and the ball the been in his hand with the game on the line like that. So he got a Donovan Mitchell now that'll take that shot and they'll take that blame. Like that's a dog right there. But like this Julius Randle cat, bro, like you're the main guy. The main guy.
You don't like this dude. I struck a nerve.
Just like 3 years later, you still can't go right, and you're the main guy. You're the main guy.
Left-handed, Jan.
Come on, don't.
He's left-handed.
If I get to the stone, boy. I'm just talking about. Can you finish right? Okay. Like it's a glaring weakness, and it got exposed, and you still hadn't corrected it because you like it. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like that's the difference between winning series and having your ass in Cancun. In March, in April.
Okay, well, I can make the same damn argument for Draymond.
He's not the main guy, though.
He is one of the main guys. And he's the heart and soul of the team. You can't be averaging 9 points a game and no jump shot, and you work with the greatest shooters ever. Ever. We're not talking about two of the slightly good shooters or these dudes are shooting 40% everyone. We're talking about the two best shooters to ever walk the face of the earth. It's on your team, and you don't have a jump shot? Do you know how, okay, first of all, do you know how much more lethal this team could be if Draymond averaged 20? Case in point, 73 win team. How much did he average? 14 better, 13, 14 in the game, 73 wins. Since they've been average, since he's been in this little 9 and 8 and 7 role, what has it been? Barely getting over the hump, just beating these teams. The man, bro, if I was Draymond, I would be asking them what are they shooting routines every day. Every day. That's all I'm doing. And you're supposed to get better at something as you, just like you say, as you go along. What's his excuse? If you're going to make that argument about this dude not just being able to go right, at least he's still averaging a dub a game. This man is averaging 9 points. And you work with the best shooters ever.
Okay. You do have somewhat of a point when you say Draymond should be able to shoot better than he does. I agree. However, Julius Randle is the number one option. Where he goes, they go. Where Draymond go, it's where Steph go. It's where the Warriors go. Where Clay go, is where the Warriors go. Draymond, his calling card is defense and passing. Imagine Dre actually taking 15 shots a game. That would take away from play. That would take away from Steph play. Even if
we saw it happen in the 73. We just talked about it. He was taking more shots then, and they were winning more.
He wasn't necessarily taking more shots. He was just making more shots. That's what he was doing.
Well, you have to take them to make them.
he was making the shots he was taking. Is what I'm getting at.
But you have to take the shots to make them. If you're not even trying to shoot, how many times have we seen him at the top of the key and go like this by himself? The dude is standing at the free throw line and he's doing this. Come on, bro.
Most of the time, I want him doing that. Actually, it's just late in the shot clock when we need him to make. When he's that open, that's when I want him to shoot it. But when it's still 20 seconds left in the shot clock and he catches it at the top of the paint, because they're leaving him up.
Yeah, run your offense. But, bro, the ball comes back to you after the third pass, and the dude is still standing under the free throw line. Shoot it.
I don't want – give Steph, Clay, and Wiggins the ball. That's our three scorers. Now, once they're off the floor, okay. I want you –
you're making excuses for this dude. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like right now. The dude should be able to shoot.
He hasn't been – our scorer ever. I do think he should be better at shooting. Yes, I agree with you there, but I don't want him to. I want him to be 38% from the three in the last 5 seconds of the shot clock when we ain't got no other options. Cool.
So you're saying what I'm saying. You have to make your shots when you take them, bro. 9 points is not good enough when you have the ball in your hand that much. Just give me 15. That's all I need. Just give me 15 points. That's all I need. Just 15.
15.
That's not too much. That's not taking too many shots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you still get to play your defense. You still get to run your offense. Just give me 15 points. You give me 15 points. Because if you look, okay, let's look at the average of how much they be losing games by. When they lose games by what? 10, 15, 5, 7. He averaged 9. You put another 7 on that. You know what I'm saying?
Give me 15 points. Give me an efficient 15 points.
That's what I mean, though. You should be efficient. You work with the best shooters ever. Ever. Man. Like, bro, I went to Canada to play basketball. Me and E-Mac shot 7 every day. By the middle of the trip, I was wet. You should be the same thing, dude. What is your routine? What can he be practicing on? You only can practice on defense for so long. He's not like, you know what I'm saying? And defense is more of a mentality than, you know what I'm saying, practicing it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shooting is something you got to practice. Stop punching people and go take 100 shots.
What about the Pels? Letting the young center. See, that's another. Okay.
The Pelicans need to stop. Tell Zion to lead them damn women alone and focus on basketball.
The Pels need to tell Zion to lead them goddamn crawfish.
He problem
French
pulling
fries.
hamstrings, trying to eat booty and stuff.
And,
That's his
and,
problem.
and drink more water, Zion. But the Pels messed up. The Pels messed up letting the young center go. I can't remember his name right now, but yes, Jackson Hayes. He went to the Lakers. That's another underrated signing the Lakers got, Jackson Hayes.
Oh,
That
I missed
boy,
that one. I
that
missed that one. I was
boy,
looking at their
nice.
signings. I must have just missed it.
Jackson Hayes is nice.
Yeah.
That's AD backup right there. They shouldn't have let him go.
Now, now,
Is
now, now, wait a minute. That might change a little bit. I do like Jackson Hayes. I do like Jackson Hayes. I do like him.
as long as the public can leave that boy Zion alone until the season start, he'll be okay.
He made his bed. He needs to lay in it with them bras. Okay.
Dude, the Pels was top three in the league before that Zion injury.
Mm-hmm.
If Zion
Yes.
can call LeBron or listen to the team's health coach and actually get on a strict diet and work on his just normal stretching every single day and just include more dietary supplements in his diet, dude, like the Pels could be scary as hell. As long as they keep bringing in Ingram, CJ, Zion, I see them top of the West, top four seed in the West.
The Pelicans?
The
Man.
Pelicans. As
Have
long
you
as I,
been watching basketball?
I'm watching basketball, sir,
Bro,
and I
that
watch them
man
because
Zion can't stay on the court.
and that's what I'm saying. That I made that point. As long as Zion can actually stay on the court, they're a scary team. Once Zion gone, it,
Yo, Jan, it's up here now.
oh yeah, you
His
damn
his
you.
his injuries is up here now.
Yeah, because when it was they asked him to come back and
I
play
don't feel like Zay. I don't feel like Zay.
for the
They up
playoffs,
here now.
and he was like,
Once your injuries,
like Zion come back.
when
Yeah,
when when your injuries get up here, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because now, just like Oladipo said his problem wasn't coming back from the injuries. It was mentally getting over the hump of using my body the same way I did before the injury. Like the conversation me and you had. Like you afraid to jump off that knee. You know what I'm saying? Because you think it might, cause something or whatever because how you was hurt, right?
right.
So I think it's mentally got him, bro. I think mentally Zion is checked out with the injuries. I think that now he's on the Kawhi tip. Like if any little thing hurts, I gotta sit down. You feel me? And once you get to that point, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap.
That's what I completely understand it, but that's what kind of takes away from the NBA today is that when these kids, when they get hurt now, it's like, okay, I need to protect my brand, I need to protect my money, I need to go sit down and make sure I'm available for the next contract and that I'm healthy for the next contract. Whereas of old NBA players, man, I'm playing. I just want to play. I just want to play. I'm trying to get my team wins. But that's also a product of I'm making 500,000 a year versus 100 million too. That I understand it. It's just it kind of it takes away from the game when
Man,
I'm
I
protected.
don't understand it because we don't play basketball for the money, like I was saying before. You know what I'm saying? I get once you get a brand and you want to protect it and everything, but don't forget how you got that brand. Don't forget what got you all these contracts and this money and stuff. The work, the night you weren't getting paid. That's what got you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's lost. The stuff that you're talking about, what sucks for the NBA, It's these players that forgot what they came here for. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about getting paid. It's about putting on a show and whooping the next dude ass. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand you want to protect your brand, its longevity and everything, but it's longevity in being the best player on the court too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, tell that to Kobe, tell that to Mike, tell that to all these dudes that played whole seasons just because they knew what it was about. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's somebody in Africa somewhere in the cuts watching me right now. How can he see me if I'm at home worried about my shoe deal?
It's
You know
Mike,
what I'm saying?
though they were making good money back in the 80s and 90s, like a max contract to them was 80 million.
But
That's a
they
low
got
level player.
shoe deals though, dude. These shoe deals be as big as these NBA contracts now, though. So it's like you making money hand over foot in 4 different things. The NBA contract, when you big like that, that's only one of your money pots.
Understand this. Out of the 450 players in the NBA, it's maybe 11 people who got shoe deals.
But we're
Only
not talking about those players. We're talking about the dudes that do got these deals who forgot why they here. I'm not talking about the dudes that's coming up. I'm talking about these dudes that get these deals and get established and go around messing with females and eating too much. That's what I'm talking about.
and yet and still he's still got a $260 million contract.
My point exactly. But when it's dudes that's hungry, that take an inkling of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I played through a hurt ankle injury, a hurt hand. It's literally hundreds of thousands of people that's out here like that. And you mad because you don't feel like Zion, bro? Like, it's no excuses to that, bro.
And don't get me wrong, I don't disagree, but I'm just saying I understand. Like, okay, you hungry, but you 6'2", 180 pounds. I'm 6'7", 290 pounds with a 48-inch vert. So it's you can be hungry all you want, and I still got a $270 million contract. And if I don't feel like Zion, then I'm not gonna play. And that does something.
Man, sit down, go somewhere then, bro. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I ain't got no love for people like that. You know what I mean? Because
I'm not even
ball,
saying
bro.
that's his thinking. I'm not even saying that's his thinking, but like I understand like that line of thinking though. Like this, we're not playing for 80 million anymore. This is 270 million.
Okay,
And
look though. Okay, you say that right. You keep sitting down the way you sitting down. It ain't gonna be no more contracts, bro. So if you continue with that 270 million, go ahead. And I hope you know how to manage it well. It's gonna be your last one.
I don't know. We're gonna see.
I'm not saying that, I know he's Zion and of course he's gonna get another big deal. But you gotta play. You gotta play, bro.
That's just
play. And see, and the NBA is turning on him. And then there's such thing as getting blacklisted while you're still a player.
Oh, facts. Carmelo
You know
Anthony.
what I'm saying? And so he's walking those lines with all this other stuff he's got going on too. It'd been different if you were just working on getting back. But you popping up getting porn stars pregnant and all this stuff and all this extra stuff, and then you got eating disorders and all that. Man, come on, man. He don't have any disorders. But I'm just saying he can't get a hold of keeping his weight where it needs to be. And when you get that stigma on you, it's hard to get them. Even if you come back, he has to be super explosive like he is, but he has to be consistently explosive. He's gonna, if like after this deal is over, if he consistently to go through what he's going through, he's gonna be on a lot of prove-its.
I want to point out that I predicted this though. I said Zion was going to get in the NBA and be injury prone, and I was hoping I was wrong. I really was. But you just a dude that big, like weight wise, and that explosive, It's just it doesn't mesh with the game of basketball. So
See, Charles Barkley, Larry Johnson. I
yeah,
mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't gonna say Larry's
yeah, I'm
already
about to
number
say
one. His
Larry
back
Johnson.
was bad. But
Yeah,
his early career, he was like along the lines of Zion and stuff like that. But I think he lifted weights. He lifted his way out of the league. You know what I'm saying? He, I think that's what happened to him.
cool,
You
Larry
feel me?
Johnson.
Yeah, he lifted his way because jumping and doing all that working out like that, you know what I mean? I think it hurt him. I think you got to have a good medium, like you know what I'm saying, like with that. You know what I'm saying? And Zion has the potential to be one of the greatest power forwards ever, but he has to take it more serious, though. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he has. That's the thing. One of the major things he's lacking is that he's not taking this opportunity more serious. Like me and you or any of us that's really hungry or been hungry to play in the league. If I'm getting that kind of money, I got a nutritionist, somebody who's making sure I eat right. You know what I'm saying? Making sure I'm calling LeBron, I'm calling Kobe. What did y'all do? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all keep y'all weight down? You know what I'm saying? He has all the resources to do all these things, and yet he worried about females and and this stuff. Like you feel me? And
Yeah.
and them not having a real veteran on their team too hurts too. You know what I'm saying? I mean they have veterans, but not the type of veteran they need like one of them Udonis Haslem type dudes that's in his ear, like for real. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's another story. That's another story.
It is.
What's so these re-signings? Um, I think a lot of these re-signings is coming from this collective bargaining agreement that's coming up. I think these players is trying to get these last little contracts for the money change.
Uh,
So they like, I come back for that 100.
I, with the new collective bargaining agreement, what's going on? I think these owners are trying to dodge that luxury
James
tax.
Harden.
Um, and that's what's going on with the Warriors and why part of the reason why we got off of Jordan Poole. And I think ultimately that's going to lead to the demise of the Phoenix Suns too. I think
Yeah.
DeAndre Bradley, Bill, KD, and Book. I think they said those four alone are already put them over the luxury tax.
Well, if they keep him for this year, this is a win now team this year
Oh
only.
yeah,
You know what
oh
I'm
yeah.
saying? And so, like, I don't know when it kicks in. I think they said 2 years. You know what I'm
Hold on.
saying?
So if KD doesn't win this year, how you feel like his legacy matches up against Steph Curry's? And
Don't ask me.
who?
Don't ask me any questions. This is dumb truck, bro. Like, I don't care what anybody say. Like,
Who?
I like KD, but in the regards of him being in that upper class,
Yeah,
he's in the lower upper class.
find it
Like
interesting. They got
he
goats, the mentor Ja. What do you say? Find it, think that it could help him even with how he play and use his body if he listens.
no, D Rose ain't that type of dude. If you know D Rose is a quiet person. D Rose is more to himself. Only time he probably kind of like talks is when he's on the court. So far as like off the court, that mentor stuff, D Rose got a lot of his own mental stuff going on. So
They
I
say
don't know.
like listening to Joaquin Noah and Carlos Boozer, they was like his style of leadership is just simply doing.
That's what I mean.
Like they say, D did like the same. He always did the right things on and off the court. So
Uh-huh.
Ja pay attention
Which
and
he
learn
know
from
ain't
that.
gonna happen.
But Ja doesn't look like
But
the
see, the
person.
thing is,
Okay,
after the game, Ja and D Rose are doing this. You know
facts.
what I'm saying? They're not gonna go, hey, let's go have dinner. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to the strip club. All right, I'm going home. Like that's what it's gonna be. So unless D Rose can be like, nah, bro, why don't you come to the house and watch some game tape with me? It's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Uh, yeah, I think
I think this job. I think honestly, I think this suspension will change him because after this, is no other chances. He will get Gilbert Arenas if something else happened like this. Straight up, OJ mailed, whatever you want. You know, like he's done for. You get what I'm saying? So he's not going to have no choice. You feel me? He's going to have to come back like Mike Vick status.
they say he lost out on like 40 million because of that.
Man,
that ain't nothing but that.
Nah, man, that man is 25.
25. Oof.
If he that, I don't know how old he is.
No, I think he's 23.
23. He's going to make that 4 times over if he just get his act together. That 40 million is a drop in the bucket. You feel me? He'll have 2 or 3 more contracts by the time or at least 2 more contracts by the time he's 30. If he play like he been playing. So that ain't losing money. I don't even like to talk about when rich people lose money. I'm broke.
He might can help him have the MVP season like
40 million. Oh my God.
If we're talking about the MVP season that Rose had, honestly, LeBron was supposed to win that MVP that year. But what made check the numbers? It's not even close.
6 feet tall, Jan. He was murdering and dunking on everybody. What are you talking about?
The numbers. MVP. Derrick Rose won that MVP based off people liking him. That's what that was about.
It was a reason to. Dude, he was
already had 4, but like if you check those numbers, LeBron scored more than him, had more assists than him, and averaged more rebounds than him, and his team went further that year. Matter of fact, LeBron beat that Derrick Rose team during that MVP season.
I understand that, but dude, Derrick Rose was just more of an explosive player that year to me. Like LeBron was playing LeBron ball. Like he doing what he always do. That's why he didn't win it.
That's the problem. Jordan should have.
I mean, Jordan too, but you can't give it to him every year. Sometimes some people, the eye test is just like, damn, like you know.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like some of these folks won MVP based off the eye test. They wasn't actually playing better than this next guy like LeBron.
Well, no, don't say it like he wasn't playing good though. He was playing 40-point games. He was murdering fools that year. It wasn't like it was just like didn't he have like a 50-point game that year or something like that? Like I gotta see. Yeah, we gotta get more prepared with our stats. But yeah, like he was murking fools that year.
What I'm saying is, even though he was playing great, there was another guy that was playing better that should have won the MVP. Mm-hmm. There was another guy who was doing more than he was doing, even though he was playing great. But there was another guy that was playing better, kind of like when Paul Gasol won that goddamn Defensive Player of the Year.
That was trash.
That was Marcus.
That was trash.
But LeBron was playing out his fucking mind defensively that year. So anyway,
that was trash. Yeah. So okay. So you was asking me what's the ceiling? Okay, we running an hour. So
okay.
You want to continue the conversation next week?
We're gonna continue the conversation next week, but
so for the people that's in here now, I will be saving this broadcast to my channel and to Facebook. I need everybody to watch it, share it, like it, comment on it. You know what I'm saying? We will try to read all the comments we can and return the ones that's worth returning and everything. But please, you know what I'm saying, share this broadcast with your friends, everybody. You know, we plan on trying to do this every Sunday. It will be strictly about basketball. As time goes on, we will be like inviting people to join the broadcast and everything, trying to get our format right and everything. But once we do, you know, go ahead.
Also, it help. You want to hear something talked about, conversed about, leave comments about questions that you want to hear us discuss.
Yeah, and we'll try and do that for you. Whatever the best question is, we'll try to put it up. We'll explain the person who gave the question and everything. But other than that, we just left it on the court. Hope y'all enjoyed the broadcast, man. This is our pilot episode. We just getting started. We're gonna get the kinks straight and everything. But thanks for joining. I'm Jay Dimes, man.
I'm Giannis.
Man, holla at your boys, man. One.